Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to Unity of Command 2, a new turn-based World War II strategy game that allows you to fight through the Western campaigns from 1943 to 1945, from North Africa to Sicily to Italy to France to the Low Countries and into Germany itself. And that's exactly where we are right now. We are driving into Germany, we are nearing the end of the Reich, we are about to drive on Rhine at Danube, the drive to the Danube, I guess, and it will involve a drive into Bavaria, and presumably our bonus objective here down on the bottom right is Eagle's Nest, which is sort of Hitler's mountain retreat that was famously captured, was it by the 101st Airborne? But in any event, that's the next scenario, and it might be a big one too, because it says it's 11 turns. The last one was a very big one, that was Operation Plunder, which was huge. It was the drive deep into Germany. It was actually a really big scenario all the way from Dusseldorf all the way to the north, and it was really big. We had crossed the Rhine, and we had to get across in multiple places, and we really drove into the rear of the enemy, but there were a huge number of forces involved in that. And same for Lumberjack and Undertone, both of which we scored almost, well, over 330 points in each of the two. Some of our highest scoring campaigns, outscoring even the Battle of the Bulge. So, with that being said, catch my breath here, we're going to jump straight in. Rhine at Danube, March 26, 1945. The withdrawal of German forces from the lower western banks of the Rhine was chaotic. It left their formations both depleted and disorganized. Even so, the river will be a formidable obstacle to cross. Once across, American and French forces will seek to charge into Bavaria and beyond. So it sounds like this is going to start as a cross over the Rhine in the south, and then a drive deep into Germany. So probably very similar to the Plunder operation, although I will say we were benefited in the Plunder op by the fact that the British units were very well equipped and had that going for them. That being said, let's jump straight in.
Loading. Please wait as we count up to some ill-defined number,
Because it doesn't go to 100. It always looks like, oh, 9, 10, 12. And you think, like, is that the percentage out of 100? But no, it never goes up to 100. It goes up to 18. I think it was like 20-something or whatever. Oh, maybe it does go to 100. I don't know. I've never really looked at the number. Nope, that was like 25. All right. Rhine at Danube. Schaef dispatch. The German river defenses are weak enough for you to make an assault. Choose your crossing sites carefully. Once across, you are ordered to annihilate what's left of the enemy and to advance as far and as fast as you can. These will be the final operations for the 6th Army Group. It has been a pleasure, Commander. All right, so we have to cross the river. I don't think we have any crossings yet. All the major crossings themselves are detonated. That means we're going to have to do a river crossing, potentially. I don't know if I have my headquarters set up to be able to do river crossings. The French, certainly not. The American 7th might. Yes, the American 7th does have that capability for river crossings. So we'll see how that plays out. Meanwhile, we finally have air cover for the Free French forces, which have historically, we've never had air cover. You can see this is actually a pretty big map. It starts out here way far in the west, but as we drive east, it just keeps going. It's a 14-turn scenario. It might be the longest scenario I've ever seen. We've got Linz over here. We've got Salzburg, the Eagle's Nest, München down here in the south, the Fern Pass down toward Innsbruck. This is a huge, huge map. And it looks like probably the best route is to break through near Mannheim, although, of course, that's where the bulk of the German infantry is, drive towards Stuttgart, split the forces into 2 columns at Stuttgart, with one advancing toward München in the south, and then the other following the rail line from this depot to the east to Nuremberg, Regensburg, and Linz. That would probably be the best route, is to kind of advance on 2 paths. Meanwhile, the troops a little bit further south down here can probably just advance on Tuttlingen and then maybe veer north and join the other advance. It'll depend. So, yeah, we've got 5 objectives in Nuremberg, Tuttlingen, München, Regensburg, and Linz. We have secondary objectives of Eagle's Nest, Fern's Pass, and Stuttgart. And we need to take all those on various different dates. Nuremberg is turn 7. So perhaps that's a slightly easier route. Hey, Schweinfurt, the ball bearings plants. Yes. All right. We don't have any airborne troops, which we did have in the last operation. That would have been nice to have. And most of our troops are pretty weak. A lot of these guys are only experienced, and they don't have very many steps. So this is by far a weaker force. I don't mind using reinforcements on troops that are already considered regular because the loss of experience is pretty negligible. Some of these guys are already just flat out, you know, entry-level troops. Entry-level troops wanted. Minimum wage? Check. All right. Even these guys, there's only 2 steps, and they're only right... Oh, my God. We're going to have to... Like, these guys... We've got to spend a bunch of prestige on these guys because they're not worth anything without it. All right, they should be a pretty decent unit now. Okay, I'm probably going to, like, beef up all my units pretty heavily. I guess, actually, some of these guys along the border probably need a little bit more artillery because we're going to need some oomph to get across the river. I don't have a ton of prestige to spend, but I'll spend what I've got. Alright, these troops do have some steps to deploy. They're also considered veteran infantry, but I'm gonna kill most of their experience with bringing in reserves. I do value size over quality, I guess. Also, especially since so many of these troops here in the south are just bad. Like, 144 steps at 100 are better than, I think, anyway. The alternative. For French armor step. They're still veterans. These guys are veterans too. Veterans and... Oh, wait. Yeah, these guys are... This is a good unit. 6-step veteran with artillery support. That's a good unit. Alright, we'll spend 20 there. Get them. They're still vets. And then we have 20 prestige left. Which I'll spend... Can I buff up? Some of these guys need a little bit better. Alright, these guys could use... an M10, I guess. Because that's all we can afford. We'll give them 2. Alright, so all of our infantry have some specialists. Hey, Kushin. All of our infantry have some specialists available to them. This is nowhere near the powerful striking force that we had with us in the last one. We've spent all of our prestige going in. So we'll see how things play out here. I think I do have 1 card left to play. Yeah. We've got Ultra Intelligence, remove Fog of War during player turn. For the entire map, for just 1 turn, though. And then we've got an additional transport, which the transport will probably come in handy eventually. I don't think we need it yet. We still have pretty good supplies. It doesn't look like anybody can do a river assault quite yet. I don't really fully understand the rules of river assaults again. It says the unit cannot be weak or green. Infantry unit. Unit must have all MPs and APs. I mean, they are green, I guess. I don't know if they're considered green or not. Is regular at 100 considered green? I mean, it doesn't say green. That's not the... I mean, these guys... Obviously, a tank unit, I'm assuming, can't do a river crossing. And unlike the last scenario, we don't have the airborne to just drop behind our lines and make things easier. So where's a crossing we can make? I don't even know. What about the headquarters? Is there anything we can do about building pontoon bridges? Well, the French can't even build pontoon bridges. The American 7th Army. Can build no pontoon bridges across hostile territory. I think the enemy has to evacuate the hex or something to that effect. Okay. Try and bombard these guys. Still can't really make a river crossing. I don't know what we're supposed to do. That's the really frustrating thing in this kind of a scenario. These guys are veterans, so I guess what we'll do is we'll pull some of these troops back, move these guys forward, and maybe they'll be able to make a river crossing next turn. But we basically have to sacrifice an entire turn, which is nuts when you think about it. Kind of, too, because when you build the bridge, it's not ready right away. Okay. Yeah. So I guess we'll see. The river crossing mechanic in this game could be more clearly communicated, because I don't understand it. Interesting. A bunch of German troops are shifting around, so maybe they're going to just give us a crossing by moving. They do look like they're pulling back, which I don't quite understand. But hey, if you wanna do that, maybe there's other considerations here. So our troops crossed the river. Now we can build a pontoon. We can build multiple pontoons, apparently. Let's build one there. I guess I shouldn't have crossed them there. Let's undo that then. If we can build a pontoon, there's no reason to cross a unit like that. So I can't actually cross it quite yet. I can do a river crossing to protect the location. And then we can go ahead and hit some enemy troops with air power here. I'd rather troops in the open and not troops who are... Okay, so we're gonna stack up our armor ready to exploit the breakthrough. So we'll get all of this armor geared up over here. The infantry's already across protecting the bridgehead, but all these guys are gonna race across. Additionally, I can't do anything else with my headquarter there. Apparently we can repair a bridge? I'm confused. What just... I guess I just repaired a bridge into the enemy territory? Like, I don't... Okay. What just happened? That was weird. Alright, I'm not too worried about the Germans crossing, so I think we've got 2 crossings, one here, and then we're going to kind of branch out and advance as we can. Maybe that's too far north and it'll slow us down. I don't know. But I would like to stack up on that bridge. One of the really difficult things I learned in the last battle was that you very rapidly run out of troops when you start crossing like this. Okay, so we're going to move into turn number 3. We'll see what the Germans do here, if they counterattack our bridgehead or not. No, but not yet anyway, but they are blowing some other bridges, presumably in our path. Are they just going to run? Is that what they're going to do? Okay, Stuttgart's down there. Nuremberg's over that way. Okay. Alright, so I think what I want to do is I want to get along this rail line, because I'm going to advance with this infantry north. Actually, we could get along this rail line like that. Then we could spend some of our command points repairing this bridge. Meanwhile, I'm going to try and get along this rail line in the south. So we'll try and take Karlsruhe. Okay, so we eliminated... Oh, we almost eliminated them. Alright, so we finished them off. And then... drive this way. A counterattack. Wow, that was kind of surprising. Okay, so we're across the river. We really need to get this railway bridge at Mannheim, though. So we'll send some infantry up that way. We'll send these troops down here to bombard. Because the railway bridges are near Mannheim. So that's what we need. Alright, so we are across, and we have a beachhead that I don't think there's any chance the enemy's going to contest. Actually, let's undo that. Oh, what am I doing? Alright. Oh, wait, the tanks can't get across there. Okay, so we're across here in the south. Strasbourg's actually an ideal place because of the rail bridge in Strasbourg as well. But I can't get those guys over there. Alright, so we're gonna keep moving north. Stack up there. These guys repair this bridge, I guess. This railway bridge. And then in the north, the US 7th. I can't replace all of the railway bridges quite yet. We could repair this bridge, but I can't repair the bridges in Mannheim yet because there's still German troops opposite of them. Okay. Can I destroy him with a bombardment? No. Okay. Alright, 1 KIA there. I'll take that. So not a super fast-moving scenario so far, but we are getting across the river. That will hopefully help us move more quickly very shortly. We'll see if the Germans counterattack. They apparently are with that armored fist there. Meanwhile, they're demolishing bridges on our path. That's okay, I don't really need to go down that southern route. Can we? Yes, nice. So now we just need to finish off these guys, which we just did. So now we've got railway supply across the river. Airstrike's going to come in on this German armor. Infantry will advance and attack that armor. They'll wipe him out. Nice. Alright, they'll swing that way. We still have railway access back here. So we'll wipe those Germans out. We'll take those prisoners. We'll advance on Stuttgart. We'll overrun those guys. Okay, our infantry's coming up. Alright, this infantry can come up here, attack there. Alright, attack Stuttgart. Nice. I can't actually take the depot there quite yet. these guys will move there to secure our flank. I don't even need to take Mannheim anymore. We've already taken the railway tie down here to the south, across from Strasbourg. Do we want to repair the bridge, or do we just want to... I guess we do kind of need to repair this bridge over here. Get us closer to Tuttlingen, or however you pronounce that. Might not be a terrible idea to repair this bridge either. Okay, we'll advance here, destroy this guy. Infantry in the south still can't get over that bridge. Okay, so everybody here, for the most part, is in supply. I think we'll put a new depot down here at the front to support the advance, just in front of Stuttgart. All of these German troops are fleeing east, it looks like. Nuremberg is... I don't think we're going to get there by turn 7. I don't think facing doesn't matter. The direction that your troops are facing does not matter in this game, as far as I can tell, anyway. And hey, Sim Caesar, new face. Haven't seen you around before. Welcome to the stream. All right, so we're going to go ahead and end turn 4, move on to turn 5. This is one of those scenarios where it's like you're not going to get defeated per se by the Germans, but you may suffer enough delays to cause you to lose. You can see there are some German SS units just advanced and cut off our entire front. So now we're going to have to go ahead and pound these guys. Attack there, destroy and overrun. Destroy and overrun. Okay, we'll get in behind the guys, I think. Alright, so these guys can advance here on the flank. Overrun, breach, and destroy. Alright, so I'm advancing in the south along this railway bridge. So we've now cut off the entire German force over here from supply. Well, maybe not quite the entire, but a big portion of it. Our own troops are probably advancing beyond their own ability to supply themselves, so we'll go ahead and put a depot in there. We're going to advance on Tuttlingen. I know I'm butchering the pronunciation. Okay. Alright, so I'm spending a bunch of command points to supply some of these guys. I'm going to go ahead and bring some air down on them. Didn't do any good. That one unit can get 1-to-1, so we'll do that. We'll see if that reduces their strength enough. We took some ancillary casualties, our specialist unit. So we're wearing down these Germans. Alright, so we get more supplies for taking this. Okay, so Stuttgart is ours. None of these guys can bombard. I don't have any more air. Alright, we'll have to see what happens over there. Trying to advance my troops rapidly, but it's hard. We only have 9 more turns, and we've got to get all the way over here. That seems highly unlikely, unless the Germans are completely giving up, which they have kind of. They are falling back, but... Well, welcome, Caesar. Glad to see a lurker turned viewer. It's always nice. Alright, so we're going to have to pick up the pace, that's for sure. German armor counterattacks along the railway. They're going to advance there for sure, and then it's going to cut our rail supply. They destroyed that unit over there. Maybe not. Hey, Captain Flack. Hope you're doing well tonight. Okay. Alright, so we just overran that headquarter unit. Alright. Meanwhile, that SS unit will get overrun just east of Stuttgart. Thankfully, that bridge looks like it's intact. Okay. Alright, so trying to advance over here. Couple of German units in our way. I'm surprised they didn't retreat. I can't... There's too many Germans on our route of advance. Alright. Also, this is gonna drive some of these units out of supply. So, the advance in the north is bogging down. We need to take this town. So we'll go ahead and hit them with artillery. 0 for 2 for the armor there. That was nice. Good result. Sweep out that way. 3 and overrun. So another attack there. Take those prisoners. Okay, so advancing along these two roadways. We're now in supply over here. These guys are going to advance on Würzburg. Supply line is secure, I think, in the north. The southern rail line is pretty clogged with German troops, but that gets us to München. The northern rail line gets us to Nuremberg, Regensburg, and Linz. While these troops down here work on whatever the name of the city is. Alright. Hopefully these guys withdraw. They're currently set to no retreat. Meanwhile... I should advance here, but hopefully the rail line gives us better communications with those troops. U.S. 7th Army, meanwhile, also needs to advance to keep its troops going, so we'll advance to Stuttgart, I think, for our new headquarters. Gets everybody back in supply. We'll advance to turn number 7. Würzburg? Würzburg. Würzburg, yeah? Oh god, another unit overrun. Frickin' isolated counterattacks are a pain in the goddamn ass. It's like, oh, Germans, you have no chance, but keep counterattacking, you bastards. I did take this. I shouldn't say this because this will just be embarrassing. Because even if I might be pronouncing words correctly, I can certainly not be expected to continue to do so. But I did take 3 years of German in high school, so I'm probably slightly better at pronouncing German words than maybe some other words. Certainly better at German words than French words. There's no doubt about that. Hello, Admiral Akbar Snackbar. Love that name, by the way. All right, finish them boys off. Okay, are there any reinforcements for these guys? 2 armor steps. I need the overrun trait where it's like, oh yeah, you won the battle and you can keep attacking. Okay. I can't get there. There's no way I'm going to have time to do everything I need to do. I can't even repair bridges. Mm. All right, let's move these guys to near Stuttgart. Nope, don't do that. Move these guys down this road. Okay, so we are slowly advancing. These guys should all be starving, and we can kind of ignore them. We're near on the one flank. But why can't I rebuild this bridge? Not enough command points? I already used too many? Damn it. It's going to be turn 8 and we're not even anywhere. We took Stuttgart. That was about it. You wanted Disney Plus? Oh, Disney Plus ain't available there yet. Okay. All the bridges in my path keep getting blown up. Those jerks. Repair that bridge. Okay. Bit of a pocket over this way. Advance. Go take that depot. I don't actually need to take all of the towns and cities in our path. I'm probably getting too fixated on that. So driving into the heart of the enemy's land here may be the smarter thing to do. put a new depot down. So we'll do that. Meanwhile, we'll pull back on this depot back here. Two support. Alright, so we're across that bridge. This bridge isn't repaired yet, but we are at least across this one, so maybe we can actually swing the armor north. Get to Regensburg. I don't know, like, if they haven't withdrawn actual troops to the bridges, we might actually be okay. Five support. Nice. Alright, so we just took that objective. Destroyed those Germans. Took those prisoners. Okay. Alright, so we're behind the enemy lines, eliminating these troops over here. Meanwhile, we've got a pocket over near Tuttlingen. We've taken the first of the objectives. Probably way too late, but we've done it at least. We'll go ahead and bomb these German troops here in the open. Okay, we're going to go for Würzburg and then drive toward Nuremberg with that infantry over there. We'll see how far we can get before we run out of time. What's the point of bombarding and suppressing? I guess there's no point in bombarding and suppressing them if the enemy can recover before you actually get to go again. Or, you know, if you bomb them but you attack them. I don't know. Alright, so we're in the enemy's rear. Alright. I'm just trying to get guys as far as I can based on the bridges that I have at my disposal. I need rail lines, though, to that. Alright, let's bomb these guys. Alright, so the mechanized troops are gone. Try and bomb these guys over here. Nice. That SS unit is gone. Alright, so I've got these guys surrounded. These guys are advancing on Nuremberg. Hopefully these bridges don't get destroyed in their face. This rail bridge we need to repair so we can get supply along the railway. We need to clear the railway. Okay. Take those prisoners. Not that I want to attack these guys, but I do need to just secure my flank. So we'll advance this way. Jeez, I got my own infantry destroyed over there? Shit. Well, they're all starving, so hopefully they don't do anything. Because theoretically, if they advance, they could cut us off, but they should all die. These guys are going to be... there. Honestly, I just need to pull this depot away. I don't even need that. There's no one even over here for supplies, so we'll pull that depot away, and then we'll start building on our advance. There's a pocket of troops over here. They're all going to be out of supply now that have advanced across their rear from Augsburg. Of course, they could come up and try and cut us off there, so that's a risk. Photo recon shows nothing. Oh, infantry around München. Anything over Linz? Like, these guys can't be fights. If all these objectives turn into fights, I won't... I don't even know if I can drive far enough, to be honest. So we probably already lost. Probably get to the Fern Pass, though. We'll see. Yeah, they advanced to cut our railway back there. And they just destroyed bridges in front of us. Just great. You need, honestly, if you have paratroopers, I feel like, in this battle, you'd be so much better off. Right, we'll attack there, we'll take the loss. Then we should be able to finish these guys off. And we do. Okay, so we restore supply to the railway. Meanwhile, did they destroy that bridge in front of me? They did. Okay. All right, so we drove those guys off. Troops in the south are just going to kind of hold their position. Destroy that unit here at München. Okay. April of 1944, is that an error? Oh, it's May 1st? What are you talking? What area are you talking about? Sorry. Oh, 1944. Yeah, that is obviously a mistake. Yikes. All right, so these guys continue to advance. These guys are all starved out. I don't think there's any risk that they reform. But yeah, I mean, there's no way I'm going to take München, Linz, Regensburg. I'll probably get Nuremberg and maybe Regensburg. Alright, so we're going to move this French army forward. we'll drop... I can't even drop supply nearby them. So we'll drop supply here, I guess. And here. Alright, away we go. Yeah, 1944, you're doing great! Alright, those German troops that are surrounded are starting to pull back, which will be a problem because they're going to get in the way. Or threaten our supplies. Alright, so those guys attack Nuremberg. Drive those Germans out. Meanwhile, these tanks are going to drive straight through to Regensburg. It really comes down to how effectively Alright. It's actually a good thing we have these Frenchmen advancing. Within supply they are. Along the rear of the enemy here, because they can make sure they protect our supplies. What's the supply situation? These guys are all out of supply, really? Alright. So now they have supply, or at least most of them do. Alright, so... München. The 3 support. Breached. Okay, so we're across the river. Wait, is that road still open? That rail... Huh. Okay. So, faint glimmer. Maybe there's a chance we get there. I'm just gonna sprint. I'm gonna have turn 12, 13... I might get to Linz. If there's any German troops there when I get there, I probably won't take it. But we might get there. It's gonna be close. Trying to see if there's any... Probably don't need these depots back here. Yeah, these guys should still have supply. Alright. Okay. Alright, that air attack on Regensburg did nothing. They are dug in, which is going to slow us down too. Meanwhile, where's the U.S. Army? 7th. Any bridges? We have no more command points, so no more bridges I can repair anyway. So we'll see. 20 years later, XTRG and THG will still be in 1943 and 42. Perhaps. You're talking about War in the Pacific, I assume. Alright. No, there's troops in our way! Must bomb. And kill. Could drive this way. But we won't get there. I don't think we get there in time. We'll, like, arrive on turn 14 with no gas left to actually attack. That will be our fate. Okay. Advance toward Linz from there. Alright, that secures our flank. One of these guys might get down there. I don't know. Meanwhile, advance on the Fern Pass. There's German troops there, of course. Overrun. Yeah, I think I got too distracted by too many different shiny things. It's like, oh, well, we got pockets on the south, we got them in the north, we've got them all over. I mean, if Linz remains empty, we might take it. It's just Regensburg and Linz. But I'm guessing there will be a German unit that'll fall back into Regensburg. I do like spreading spearheads out. And there's a bridge blown in my path. I need a goddamn paratroop. That's what I need. 7th U.S. Army. Can't repair a bridge that far in advance. Okay. Next turn will just be spent crossing the river. So really it's going to come down to if they get anybody there, I guess. Alright, so the key thing also is Regensburg. We can't assume we'll take that. So first thing we're going to do, I guess, is... Actually, why don't we take a look here? So there's nobody there. Maybe there's a chance we'll get there. We also have to take Regensburg, which is not a good situation, I guess. That's not even a foregone conclusion. Okay. Maybe there's a chance one of them will get there. There's no bridge between this guy, so there's a chance he'll get there. Now I'm more worried that we won't take Regensburg. Because this is a major river. So I guess we'll find out. No supply and the mountains. Yeah, I guess I don't really care about the secondary objectives anymore. Guess we'll see what happens. Well, they blew the bridge behind Linz. Yay! We took Linz! Now can we take Regensburg? Oh no! Okay. City in ruins. Breached. Yes, okay. Regensburg is ours. We took it! We took it! Every objective is ours by the skin of our teeth! Woo! You sit on that objective. I don't want any surprises. Don't starve, guys. Don't starve. Alright, so... happy to take Mannheim. Alright, I think we win. I think we win. We got one secondary objective. We didn't get all of them, but we got one of them. Victory! That was not more luck than skill. Silence over there, Kushin. Alright, 238 campaign score, 35 enemy KIA, 42 prisoners of war. We took a fair amount of casualties, but we did win the race. I mean, I don't know. And there you have it, another victory in our Unity of Command 2 series. This one was close. It was down to the last second. It was literally a race, a photo finish. And it was the battle for the Eagle's Nest, although we didn't actually make it into the Eagle's Nest, but that's fine. All we needed to do was win the battle. The next battle is going to be the Battle of the Po Valley, the second to last battle in the game, with our drive into northern Italy. We will pick that up next time out, however, and until then, this is the Historical Gamer, as always, saying thank you for watching, and until next time, I'm out.